It's really a kind of overcast day, and it happens to be the last Friday in April. It's April 28th this year, and I'm on a little field trip today, and a place that I've driven through a few times, but it's really historical because I'm in Tree City, USA. And when you talk about Tree City, USA, there really is only one, the first one, and that's Nebraska City, Nebraska. And today I'm at Arbor Lodge Park, and I'm going to look a little bit at Arbor Lodge, the historical house, and all the amenities with it. And it's really set aside here for all the people in the area. And it was built, in, I'm going to say 1855-ish, but the first Arbor Day was about 1872, and then they planted a lot of trees on that very first Arbor Day, all behind one J. Sterling Morton and the Morton family. So I want to take a little look here and see what we have on this nice trip on a little cloudy Arbor Day. Kind of a nice little area as you drive in here. There's the outside road over there, but inside here you have an old log cabin. It says first settlers home, a replica, 1890. I guess that's when it was built, but it's one of the two that are in the town of Nebraska City. One over there we looked at for the Underground Railroad, John Brown's Cave area over there. And this is another one right here. And I'm in a little park area here, a little, I guess, dedicated area here, but I'm going to look a little bit. There is a statue here, and a full-size replica. That is a statue of Julius Sterling Morton. And he was the founder of this particular area, and it says J. Sterling Morton. Born in 1832 and he died in 1902, so it's been quite a while. And this particular area is kind of a nice little thing to walk around, and it says this is a memorial. It's an Arbor Day Memorial Association in memory of Julius Sterling Morton. Patriotism, other holidays rest upon the past. Arbor Day proposes for the future, it says. And the interesting thing about this that I'm looking at right now, there's not like some nice little bronzes right in here, was the way right here. They look like American V's, but they're actually U's. That's supposed to be, that is future, F-U-T-U-R-E. So a little bit of something different. Julius Morton. Here's the front of the lodge as we're going to go into it. That's a house that the Morton family ended up building. It's like a recreation. They made it look like the White House. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So we're going to get a closer view from the outside. And eventually we're going to go inside. Got those nice columns on there. I have a feeling that J. Sterling Morton was well known in the political scene of the United States back in the 1850s. Well, exterior look at some of the stuff way up above, way up there. I'm going to zoom in if I can. Way up at the very top is like a little, I don't know, it's Captain's Walk or whatever it is. They used the highest point on the house. And these guys back in the old days used to go out and stand on it and look out over the water for boats and so forth. But that's been built into this thing. It's got a lot of rooms in it. Lots of stuff. Some really ornate work on the outside. Right there. Some really nice work. The original walkway here, it's kind of got a curve to it. We're going to go up to the carriage house, take a peek inside. Tack room and stables in lower level, which we'll go down to. Let's go down to that after we get in here. These have to be apple cider presses. 1877 cottonwood. That was the old stuff. He's talking about the life cycle of this thing. Old carriages for use at Arbor Lodge about 1905. It cost $1,500 for this carriage right here. I mean, really nice. Rome, the last carriage made by the Kimball Carriage Company cost $1,800, but there was no demand. Bought by Mark Morton for $450. I think it's worth a little more than $450 today. Oxy oak, plows and cultivators of the period, early 1900s, I think. Taxi back here, 3-seater carriage, front and back facing each other, and then driver right there. Stanhope, Chippendale, bought by Mark Morton, used in Chicago. This one here says used at Arbor Lodge by J. Sterling Morton. Man, these metal rims on here. Got some wear spots, some flat spots in there. That's crazy. How that been a rough ride. And this is a Surrey. That's because of that. You heard the Surrey with the fringe on top. That's it right here. Surrey with the fringe on top. Carriages for everybody. 1540 E.R. Guthrie. Largest assortment in the state, it says. This is going into the carriage house and then out. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's a stagecoach. Mailbag. Stagecoach. One time driven by Buffalo Bill Cody. C.P. Kimball and Company, Carriage Builders. Michigan Avenue in Chicago, right on the lake. There's a sleigh for wintertime. There's a, says, foreign brake, another big carriage. And look at those coats. Buffalo, one right in here. Tack on the wall. Tack room. Tack room and stables, it says. Woman's saddle. Oh, you can't get rid of the old bottles. They're still around no matter what you got. Bunch of tack on there. Western riding saddle. Horse collars for your wagon. Oh yeah, you can't have that one. An Indian saddle. A lot of them roll bareback, but look at this. Look at this. They had to have their feet way up on that because it's only a couple of inches. Here's another carriage. He had all kinds of carriages. I'm interested in that blanket. That's got to be a period blanket too. Oh my goodness, there's a horse blanket and it's even got a glass eye. So there's a glass eye in it. This iron cradle used to soften tough meat that the settlers served on their crude wooden tables. The cradle couldn't make a sirloin steak out of a rump roast, but its metal blades had a softening effect, it says. J. Sterling Morton, it says on their Arbor Lodge, Nebraska City. That's a nice little piece on there. Look at that. All the metal work on some of this stuff. Oh, the horses. This is where they kept the horses at. And they even have this horse made out of wood or metal. Full horse. Imagine what these bricks could tell you. These are old bricks, old wood. I suppose how you feed that hay in like that, probably can open it through those windows. Access that way. Okay, Arbor Day wouldn't be complete without an arboretum, or I guess you want to call it a greenhouse nowadays. I don't think it's probably used very much. Starting all your plants. Cardinal.